Welcome back to Little English Studio, the channel where we bring history, culture, and the world's greatest wonders to life through clear and beautiful English. Today, we travel deep into the heart of ancient Mesopotamia, to a city that once ruled empires, inspired myths, and shaped human civilization. A city of wisdom and power, of gods and kings, of beauty and downfall. This is Babylon, the lost kingdom of legends. Long before Rome, before Greece, before even Egypt reached its golden age, there was Mesopotamia, the land between rivers, where the Tigris and Euphrates flow through what is now Iraq. Here some of the world's earliest cities were born, and among them none shone brighter than Babylon. Founded more than 4,000 years ago, Babylon began as a small town, but under the rule of King Hammurabi in the 18th century BCE, it grew into a mighty empire. Hammurabi is remembered for his famous Code of Laws, one of humanity's earliest written legal systems. It was carved in stone for all to see, a declaration that justice should rule, not chaos. This was the beginning of Babylon's destiny, not just as a city of kings, but as a symbol of human progress. Centuries later, Babylon reached its true golden age under King Nebuchadnezzar II, 605–562 BCE. He transformed it into the largest and most beautiful city of the ancient world. Massive walls surrounded the city, said to be so wide that chariots could race atop them. Towers and gates stood guard, glittering in the desert sun. Streets were lined with temples, palaces, and vibrant markets filled with traders from across the known world. The most famous of these structures was the Ishtar Gate, named after the goddess of love and war. Decorated with blue-glazed bricks and golden reliefs of lions, dragons, and bulls, it was a masterpiece of ancient art. Today, parts of this gate still survive. The original is preserved in the Pergamon Museum in Berlin, a window into the glory of a vanished empire. Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon was a city of immense wealth and wisdom. Scholars, astronomers, and priests studied the stars, mapped the heavens, and developed the earliest forms of mathematics. In their observatories, they traced the movement of planets, naming constellations still known today. To walk through Babylon at its height was to witness the heart of human ambition, a city where art, science, and religion met under the blazing sun. No story of Babylon is complete without mentioning its most famous wonder, the Hanging Gardens. According to ancient writers, these were towering terraces filled with trees, flowers, and flowing waterfalls, a man-made paradise in the middle of the desert. Legend says that Nebuchadnezzar built them for his queen, Amytis of Media, who missed the green mountains of her homeland. To comfort her, he created a mountain of stone and soil, with gardens suspended above the city. Water was said to have been drawn up by hidden machines, perhaps the world's first irrigation system. The Hanging Gardens became one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, yet their existence remains a mystery. Archaeologists have never found clear evidence of them in Babylon's ruins. Some believe the gardens might have been in another city, maybe Nineveh, but whether real or mythical, the idea of the Hanging Gardens captures what Babylon truly represented: humanity's power to create beauty, even in the harshest places. Babylon's name itself became legend through the Bible. In the book of Genesis, humans built a great tower reaching to the heavens, known as the Tower of Babel. God, angered by their pride, scattered them across the earth and made them speak different languages. While this story is symbolic, it may have been inspired by a real structure, the Etemenanki ziggurat, a temple tower dedicated to the god Marduk, Babylon's chief deity. The ziggurat rose like a staircase to the sky, layer upon layer of mud brick, painted in bright colors. Standing at over 90 meters tall, it was one of the most magnificent buildings of its time, both a temple and a symbol of the link between heaven and earth. To the Babylonians, it wasn't arrogance, it was devotion. They saw the tower as a bridge between humans and the divine, proof that civilization could reach upward toward the gods. But even the greatest empires must fall. In 539 BCE, the Persian king Cyrus the Great conquered Babylon without a battle. According to ancient accounts, the gates were left open, and the city fell peacefully. Cyrus respected Babylon's traditions, even worshipping its gods, but the city's independence was gone. Over the centuries, Babylon declined. Empires rose and fell: the Persians, the Greeks, the Parthians, and finally, the sands of time. By the time Alexander the Great arrived in 331 BCE, Babylon was still majestic but fading. Alexander dreamed of making it his capital, but he died there at just 32 years old, his body resting in the city he wished to restore. After his death, Babylon slowly crumbled. The rivers changed course, the fields turned to dust, and the once mighty city was abandoned. Its walls sank into the earth, its towers fell, and its gardens vanished, leaving only stories and broken bricks beneath the desert sun. For more than 2,000 years, Babylon slept beneath the soil of Iraq. Then in the 19th century, European explorers and archaeologists began to uncover its ruins. Among them was Robert Coldwy, a German archaeologist who spent years excavating the site from 1899 onward. He revealed the layout of the city, the walls, the Ishtar Gate, the palace of Nebuchadnezzar, and the great processional street that once hosted festivals and royal parades. Today, visitors to Babylon can still walk among the remains of these ancient structures. Though much of it has been eroded or rebuilt, the sense of awe remains. Standing before the Lion of Babylon or the reconstructed Ishtar Gate, one can still feel the echo of a civilization that defined what it meant to be human. In 2019, UNESCO officially inscribed Babylon as a World Heritage Site, recognizing it as the quintessential expression of ancient urban, artistic, and political creativity. It was a long-awaited acknowledgement for a city that shaped human history. Babylon has lived on not only in ruins, but also in language, art, and culture. The word Babylon became a symbol, sometimes of greatness, sometimes of moral decay, but always of power and complexity. From the Bible's tale of pride and confusion to modern music and literature, Babylon represents both the heights and the falls of human ambition. Its ancient discoveries, astronomy, writing, mathematics, law, became the foundation for civilizations that followed. In every calendar, every written contract, every city wall that stands today, there is a trace of Babylon. Even now, Iraq's archaeologists and historians are working to preserve and protect what remains of the site, ensuring that the memory of Babylon continues to inspire, not just as a legend, but as a real place built by human hands. Standing in Babylon today, the desert wind carries the whisper of forgotten kings. The bricks may be worn, but they still hold the fingerprints of those who built them. Here time feels different. The past and present blur together. You can almost hear the chariots, the prayers to Marduk, the music of ancient festivals. Babylon is more than ruins, it is a mirror. It reminds us that greatness and fragility go hand in hand, that all empires, no matter how mighty, eventually return to dust, but ideas, knowledge, creativity, hope can outlive stone. Babylon teaches us that civilization is not about conquest or monuments. It's about the endless human desire to build, to learn, and to reach for the stars. And that was the story of Babylon, the ancient heart of Mesopotamia, where kings built empires and myths became history. Thank you for watching Little English Studio. If you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories of world wonders told in simple, beautiful English. See you in the next episode, where the past is never really gone, only waiting to be rediscovered.